Hello, I'm Jenna Rigg from Singularity. We're an outsourced IT department specialising in Microsoft 365, and we love helping businesses get the most out of their Microsoft 365 subscription. Microsoft 365 has so many productivity tools that businesses can use to improve their productivity and their workflows. One of those is Microsoft Planner. Planner is a task management tool in Microsoft 365 that helps teams organise, assign and track work visually using boards, buckets and cards. And I'll tell you a bit more about what those mean later. Planner is a great alternative to products like Trello or Asana. And guess what? It's included in your Microsoft 365 business subscription, which means that it integrates with all other Microsoft 365 products within your setup. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can access Microsoft Planner within Microsoft Teams. We'll take a quick look around and then I'll show you how you can make the most from Planner. So first up, before we begin, if you've never used Planner before, the chances are it won't display down the left-hand side tab here. So first of all, we need to find it. So if we click Apps and we type in the search bar Planner, you can see it's here. So we're going to add that now to this taskbar here, and then we're going to right click on the tab and pin it. And what that means is when you leave Teams and come back, it's still going to be there down the left hand side for you. So you can use Planner to manage your own to-do lists, or you can use Planner to work on projects with other members within your team. So we've got a couple of options here to view. So first of all, we'll look at my day. That's showing me all the tasks that I have to complete today. You can see that some of those tasks are private, and that means only I can see them, and some of them are shared with other colleagues that are associated with other plans and projects. We've got my tasks, and that allows me to look at all the tasks that are assigned to me regardless of when they're due. I can view them all together in a list, or I can view them in a board style, which shows me what status they're in, whether they've been started, completed or in progress. This tab allows me to look at all my private tasks. I prefer the grid view, but you might find you prefer the board view. I can view tasks that are assigned to me that are part of a bigger project with my colleagues. And also I can view my flagged emails. So this is picking up any emails that you flag in Outlook would show up here in this flagged email section. So that's you on your own. And then we've got my plans. You can see here in this list, we've got plans that are shared, and also I'm part of a plan that's just my own plan. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to create your own plan. So if you click New Plan at the top there, you get a few template options, so you can choose from a ready-made template or you can build your own from scratch. So if we click the basic option, we would type in what we want our plan to be. We can choose whether to pin it so that it shows up here. And then we can choose to add it to a group if it's part of a project where other people are involved and it might be part of a different department. Then you would add it to a Microsoft group here. And once you've done those, you click create. Now I'm not going to do that because I've already prepared one that I'd like to just chat through with you. So we're going to open the new client onboarding plan. So you can see here that we've got 4 different stages. Now I mentioned bucket earlier. These are known as buckets. So you can add as many stages to your project as you want, and you would do that by adding them here. So they're already done. But if I wanted to add a completed bucket, for example, there, then that's where it is. So here, where we've got different tasks, if I open this task, it's going to allow me to do some more things with it. So I can change the name of it if I've titled it with the wrong name. I can assign a member of staff to it. I can add a label. So if we do colour code our projects, you can put certain tasks as a certain colour code. This will tell you whether it's started or not. We'll check the progress. We can set a priority. We can set a date when we want the task to start and a due date of when it needs to be done by. If you've got tasks that are repeatable, you can change that in the tab here. If you want to add notes surrounding the task, you would put those in here. And actually, if a task had multiple steps to it, then you would be able to add multiple things here. Just type in what you want and press enter, and it'll set up a new task. What you can also do is add attachments to it. So if you want to add a Word document or a PDF or an Excel spreadsheet or any other attachments, you can do that here. Now when I cross this one out, now you'll notice that part of this task has got other tasks associated to it. So you can see straight away there that there's more than one action within that task. If you want to add a new task into each phase, you just press add task and you can add all your details there. So we might say something like set up recurring invoicing. We want that done by Friday. We're going to assign Jenna to it, and then we add task. And that's brought that up here. So if we click on that, and then it's bringing up the same screen as it did before, where we can add other bits and pieces to it if we want. These are all movable, so you can move them into different areas if you want. What I usually do is when I've done a task, I just mark it as done and completed, and it drops down into this completed task section here. What some people like to do is they like to physically move them when they're done into another section called done. Doesn't matter which way you do it, whatever your preference is. But that's basically how you set up a basic plan. So I hope you found that helpful. Thank you for listening.